Call the meeting to order. Call the roll.
Trustee Healy.
Here.
Trustee Katsinas.
Here.
Trustee Milani.
Here.
Trustee Compass.
Here.
Trustee Reardon.
Here.
Trustee Rashevsky. Here. Mayor Pika.
Here.
I would like to invite Scouts Troop 318. They're going to say the pledge for us tonight.
You can come up to the microphone.
Hang on. All the way up? Yeah. Turn this way. Face line.
Grab the mic.
Here you go. Take one. It's okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job. All right. Good job, Ted. I don't have to turn my head and work upside down.
Approval of the September 18th, 2023 regular meeting minutes.
Mr. Mayor,
Trustee Katsinas.
I move to approve the minutes of the Board of Trustee meeting of September 18th, 2023.
Second.
Any comments, changes? Call the roll.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Milani.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Trustee Reardon.
Aye.
Trustee Rashevsky. Mayor Pika.
Aye.
Accounts payable through October 2nd, 2023 approval.
Mr. Mayor,
Trustee Reardon.
I move to approve the accounts payable from September 19th, 2023 through October 2nd, 2023 in the amount of $1,071,525.17.
Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Reardon.
Aye.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
I abstain because I have a business conflict with one of the vendors.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Milani.
Aye.
Trustee Rashevsky. Mayor Pika.
Aye.
Consent agenda.
Consent agenda, item A, payroll for September 15, 2023. Item B, a resolution approving a policy regarding liens. Item C, accounts receivable write-off debt relating to MWRD extraterritorial agreement ordinance. Item D, priority of utility bill payments ordinance. Item E, elimination of police administrative booking fee ordinance. Item F, an ordinance amending Title I, Chapter 18 of the Orland Park Village Code in regard to write-off authority. Item G, accounts receivable write-off debt relating to general accounts receivables ordinance. Item H, FLC facility improvements 23-053 ITB. Item I, Steinheffel's furniture development petition for a special use permit for commercial retail in excess of 50,000 square feet. Item J, consideration and action on a resolution expressing official intent regarding certain capital expenditures to be reimbursed from proceeds of one or more obligations to be issued by the village. Item K, approve four-year agreement for GASB 75 actuarial services, OPEB Trust Fund. Item L, ordinance amending Title VII, Chapter 15 regarding Class A and Class B tobacco licenses. I'll entertain a motion to approve items A through L of the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Milani.
Aye.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Reardon.
Aye.
Trustee Rashevsky. Mayor Pika.
Aye.
Special Service Area Number 11 public hearing.
Call the meeting to order. This is a public hearing in regard to Orland Park Special Service Area Number 11, providing for maintenance, repair, reconstruction, and/or replacement of the detention pond and related stormwater management facilities in the event that the homeowners association or the owners of the detention pond and related stormwater management facilities fail to maintain, repair, reconstruct, and/or replace said facilities as required by various agreements. Do I need to call the roll?
Can you call the roll?
Yes.
Trustee Healy.
Here.
Trustee Katsinas.
Here.
Trustee Milani.
Here.
Trustee Compass.
Here.
Trustee Reardon.
Here.
Trustee Rashevsky. Mayor Pika.
Here. So to introduce this, the authority for this public hearing is being held pursuant to the ordinance passed by the President and Board of Trustees on September 5th, 2023. Said ordinance being entitled, an ordinance proposing the establishment of a special service area number 11 in the Village of Orland Park and providing for a public hearing and other procedures in connection therewith. The notice is pursuant to Section 3 of the aforementioned ordinance. Notice of this public hearing in the form set forth in Section 6 of the aforementioned ordinance was given as follows. Publication of said notice in the Daily Southtown newspaper on September 17th, 2023. Mailing a notice to the real estate tax assessed for each parcel of the property located within the proposed special service area on September 15th, 2023. And to give an explanation of the project really briefly, description of the project, the purpose of the formation of the Orland Park Special Service Area number 11 is to fund the Village of Orland Park's costs of maintaining, repairing, reconstructing, and/or replacing the detention pond and related stormwater management facilities in the event of the homeowners association or the owners of the detention pond and related stormwater management facilities fails to maintain, repair, reconstruct, and/or replace said facilities as required by a condition of approval of the Waterford Point Plan Development. Is there anyone here to speak on this? And does the board have any? I also have to explain the method of financing of the project, special service area financing, a tax levy at a rate not to exceed $1 per $100 of equalized assessed value of the property in special service area number 10, that would be number 11, right? Number 11, for each year during which the Village of Orland Park is required to expend funds relative to said special services. Are there any questions or comments from the audience? Are there any questions or comments from the board? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Call a roll.
Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Trustee Compass?
Aye.
Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Trustee Reardon?
Aye.
Trustee Rashewski? Mayor Peacock?
Aye. The special hearing is adjourned.
Rec Admin Entry Ramp and ADA Access Improvement Project Contract Amendment Number 1.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Compass.
I move to approve contract amendment number 1 for the Rec Admin Entry Ramp and ADA Access Improvement Project to G. Fisher Commercial Construction Incorporated for a total amount not to exceed $46,224.26, and authorize the village manager to execute all related contracts subject to village attorney review, and authorize the village manager to approve change orders not to exceed the contingency amount.
Are there any questions or comments? So my understanding is this project, we just uncovered more problems with the ramp than we expected, so it's driven up the cost, and even with these additions, it's still lower than the second lowest bid price, correct?
Correct. It's kind of like go to a dentist and they find more in your teeth. We did that with the concrete as we uncovered it. More areas had to be fixed.
Okay. Any other comments? Call the roll.
Trustee Compass?
Aye.
Trustee Rashewski? Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Trustee Reardon?
Aye.
Mayor Peacock?
Aye.
Ordinance establishing Village of Orland Park Special Service Area Number 11, Waterford Point.
Mr. Mayor,
Trustee Reardon.
I move to adopt an ordinance titled, an ordinance establishing Village of Orland Park Special Service Area number 11.
Second.
And just while we're on the topic, how are the building permits coming along? I know I think they've submitted some of them for some of the buildings there. They're ready to go to foundation, is that true?
They did. They're being processed right now. So they
Okay,
just
great.
did the last step so we could start releasing the permits.
Great. Any questions or comments? Call the roll.
Trustee Reardon?
Aye.
Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Trustee Compass?
Aye.
Trustee Rashewski? Mayor Peacock?
Aye.
Resolution approving and authorizing a commitment by the Village of Orland Park to provide bridge funding for the Raise Grant Program 143rd Street Widening Project from Wolf Road to Southwest Highway.
Mr. Mayor,
Trustee Healy.
I move to adopt a resolution entitled, "A Resolution Approving and Authorizing a Commitment by the Village of Orland Park to Provide Bridge Funding for the Raise Grant Program 143rd Street Widening Project from Wolf Road to Southwest Highway." And authorize the village manager to execute any documents in order to evidence the commitment hereby undertaken related to the application for such raise grant funds.
Second.
Just so everyone understands, this is a commitment from the village in the event that we can secure this funding, which is up to $25 million, I believe, from the federal government for 143rd Street. Again, this is a state road, but we're doing all the work because the state doesn't really do their job. And so we'll continue to try to do that to get this road widened. It still remains, in fact, it came up at the Southwest Conference of Mayors meeting last week. I see some head nods there, and we talked about it. And this has been the #1 project for the entire Southwest Conference of Mayors since before I even became mayor. So this is a really big regional project that gets unanimous support from all the mayors in the surrounding areas as well. So it's an important project. Call the roll.
Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Reardon?
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Trustee Compass?
Aye.
Trustee Rashevsky? Mayor Peacock?
Aye.
Resolution approving and authorizing a commitment by the Village of Orland Park to provide bridge funding for the 43rd Street widening project from West Avenue to Southwest Highway.
Mr. Mayor,
Trustee Reardon.
I move to adopt a resolution entitled Resolution Approving and Authorizing a Commitment by the Village of Orland Park to provide bridge funding for the 143rd Street widening project from West Avenue to Southwest Highway, and authorize the village manager to execute any documents in order to evidence the commitment hereby undertaken related to the bridge funding between any sums awarded pursuant to the grants and the total construction costs of the project.
Second.
And this one's a little bit different than we already have the money. And so we're just committing that we've already committed in our budget to do this. It's part of our capital plan. And hopefully we will get money from the state, but if we don't, we're still going to get this done, and it will fix that portion of the road and fix that goofy intersection that we have with 2 different lights at Union and Southwest Highway that we're all familiar with. Call the roll.
Trustee Reardon?
Aye.
Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Trustee Compass?
Aye.
Trustee Rashevsky? Mayor Peacock?
Aye.
An ordinance amending Title VII, Chapter 2, Section 7-2-2 of the Orland Park Village Code regarding debt owed to the Village of Orland Park.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Rashevsky.
I move to adopt an ordinance entitled an ordinance amending. Hold on, my mic's not. I move to adopt an ordinance entitled an ordinance amending Title VII, Business and License, Chapter 2, Definitions and Fees, Section 7-2-2, License Fees of the Orland Park Village Code regarding debt owed to the Village of Orland Park.
Second.
And this is another thing we've come across. The liquor license already requires this. If you owe money to the village, you're not going to get a license renewed, which only makes sense. So we're just extending that to the business license. As we've noticed over time, we keep cleaning up our ordinances because we find things from time to time. So that's what this is. Call the roll.
Trustee Radiszewski? Aye. Trustee Healy?
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas?
Aye.
Trustee Malani?
Aye.
Trustee Compass?
Aye.
Trustee Reardon?
Aye.
Mayor Peacock?
Aye.
Is there anyone here to speak? Board comments?
Trustee Compass.
Good evening. I can't believe it's already October, especially with the weather being nice still, over 80 degrees when I came in here. Hope everyone's enjoying the last bit of warm weather before the Chicago cold is upon us. I think just the last meeting, we were talking about how busy the summer is and congratulating Ray on a successful summer program, but there's no shortage of events still coming up, so I just have some reminders tonight. For those that like to mix their history with a bit of Halloween fun, the village is hosting a murder mystery party at the historical John Humphrey Home on Friday, October 6th from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Spots are limited and may even be sold out as I say this. Ray, do we have any availability? Okay, a little bit left, so get it in. So please, find the links for registering on the village social media and website. I've heard good things about this event. Citizens Police Academy. For residents interested in how our police department operates, you have an opportunity to join the Citizens Police Academy this Saturday, October 7th from 8 to 2 p.m. Topics will include demonstrations from various teams, mock traffic stops, a training simulator, and more. Registration is available at orlandpark.org/Citizens Police Academy. The Great Pumpkin Party. For fun-filled family afternoon, please join us at the Great Pumpkin Party on Saturday, the 7th. There are 2 sessions, one starting at 10 a.m. and the second at 1 p.m. Please see our village website or social media for the registration link. And I'll finish with the Arapache Veterans Memorial. For those wishing to honor a veteran on the Arapache Memorial outside the Village Hall, the deadline for submissions to be in time for the Veterans Day ceremony is October 11th. To submit a name, please visit orlandpark.org/memorial. And as a couple weeks ago, we were talking about the communications plan, I'd just like to ask Rec and other departments if we can do more to make our URLs easier and cleaner and do redirects through the village website. I think it'd be a lot easier. So I'll just add that as an extra comment at the end. Thank you. Have a great night.
Trustee Malani.
Thank you, Trustee Compass, for covering the next 3 months of events. I have nothing to say.
1 month, Mike.
Yeah, please come to the Adult Police Academy this weekend and definitely be there for lunch because there's going to be a riveting presentation about our emergency services department. So, please stop by and see that. It's going to be about 15 minutes, honestly. It'll be, but no, definitely come for the Police Academy if you can come. It's a great time to see what actually goes on within our police department, what our officers do on a day-to-day basis, and learn a few things along the way. Other than that, have a great night.
Trustee Katsinas.
Just one day I did the pumpkin party. They are looking for volunteers. So if you have any students that are looking for community service hours, there is an application on our website, orlandpark.org/volunteers. Thank you.
Thanks. Trustee Radiszewski.
Thank you, board, for your comments. Thank you. It was muted, it's not my fault. I just want to remind everybody that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and cancer, as we know, does not discriminate. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. It doesn't matter your age. It affects all kinds of people. So please make sure that you're being mindful of that. I had 2 girlfriends recently who are young, in their early 30s, who have been diagnosed with breast cancer, people who were very health conscientious. So it doesn't really even matter your lifestyle. So please make sure that you're doing what you need to do to detect it, because you can survive if you catch it early. That's all. Thank you. Have a good night.
Trustee Healy.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to take just a brief comment to remind people that we have Columbus Day around the corner, and that's the day that we want to honor Christopher Columbus for his courage and for his explorations and that. And it's almost like a feast day for my Italian friends. It's almost as exciting as St. Patrick's Day, but I hope everybody can enjoy it. Thank you.
Trustee Reardon.
Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing about the weather. It's beautiful. It's going to be cold here in a few months, so enjoy all the events. The Bears are terrible. The White Sox and the Cubs did not make the playoffs. The Hawks are sort of rebuilding. The Bulls are not going to be good. Sandburg is 4-2 in their football team. They're very exciting to watch. I recommend you come out. Not against East, maybe, but a couple games left here. They're going to be in the playoffs for the first time in a few years, so something local to enjoy, because our sports around here is awful. That's all.
Well, thank you for that upside there, Trustee Reardon. But as you know, it was a tough sports weekend, that in the Ryder Cup. But I will say is I encourage people to get out and look at our projects. Centennial Park West, you can't really see, so not as much there, but there's a lot of movement there. But really, Schuschler Park, you can drive by and see the progress there, and you'll be wowed by how much is done. And people say, oh, well, how could that cost that much? How can it be this much? Blah, blah, blah. If you go out and see all the work that's been done, I think you'll understand how much work is actually being done. It's a phenomenal project. It's very interesting to watch as well. So, drive by there, take a look. And then, just so you know, my wife asked me today, she says, why are you wearing a shirt? They're just going to attack you over this shirt. Well, and I pointed out to her, I said, well, this is the police department logo. And all of the people in our police department, and, obviously as the mayor and quite frankly the board members, the police department, works for all of us and works for all of you, the residents. So this is to honor the police department. And I'm honored that they gave me some shirts to wear to do that. And everybody there wears them, whether they are sworn police officers or not. But the reason I wore it tonight specifically is that last week, the FBI released their 6-month statistics for the year. And you'll notice that while it was sent out in a press release, no one has covered it. I know Jeff was just waiting for this meeting to cover it going forward, but no one has covered the great statistics that we have. So I just want to point out that when you compare 2017 to 2022, we've had a 67% decrease in aggravated assault, battery, a 38% reduction in theft offenses during the first 6 months of this year. Overall crimes against persons, over the last 5 years are down 21%. Our partnership with the mall and the youth supervision program has resulted in decreases of incidents of thefts across the board. And I think, if I recall, during the Friday and Saturday times, we've only had one theft in like 2 or 3 years, or 2.5 years during those hours, which is just amazing because those were the highest crime rates every week, which is why they were put in. So it's just fantastic. We've also had, when we compare, 2023 reflects a 40% decrease in theft for motor vehicles, a 51% decrease in theft of motor vehicle parts and accessories, a 58% decrease in thefts over $500, a 78% decrease in theft under $500, a 38% decrease in retail thefts, and an overall 53% decrease in thefts at the Orland Square Mall location. So, I mean, you know, that's just fantastic work. And so I'm honored to wear this in honor of all the work that all the men and women of the department do. I know we've got a couple of our officers in the back there hiding, and I can see one of them waving. And Chief and all of our commanders, all of our lieutenants, all of our sergeants, all of our officers, all of our support staff, they just do an amazing job keeping us safe. And I just, you know, take the opportunity, it's a little over halfway through the year, but the statistics were released, so to just support you all in that, so thank you very much. So the last thing that I'll mention is we've had a pretty short board meeting tonight, so I won't go on much longer. But it's interesting how our board meetings have become so much more efficient from when I started 6 years ago. And one of our business leaders, a member of our Economic Development Advisory Board, Glenn Horton, once said to me, he said it's been his experience in his whole lifetime of business, and I think you all know he's been a pretty successful businessman over his career, is that when you get people in the room and you get them the same information and they all have the same common goals, it's amazing how easily they come to the same decision because they have the same facts set and the same goals. And the thing that's important here is we have 7 people on this board that have the same goals of doing what's right for the residents of Orland Park. There's not a bunch of personal agendas. They just do what's best for the people of Orland Park. Our staff do what's best for the people of Orland Park. And the facts speak for themselves, and it makes these decisions, even the hard ones, it makes them relatively easy because the facts speak for themselves. So I just want to thank, again, the board and all of our staff for all the hard work that they do. With that, I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session.
Mr. Chairman,
Trustee Compass.
I move to go into executive session for A, approval of minutes, B, pending litigation against, affecting, or on behalf of the village, or when found by the board that such action is probable or imminent.
Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Compass.
Aye.
Trustee Katsinas.
Aye.
Trustee Healy.
Aye.
Trustee Malani.
Aye.
Trustee Reardon.
Aye.
Trustee Rashevsky.
Aye.
Mayor Peacock.
Aye. Go into executive session.
Mayor and Village, I just member of our leadership team, Scott Lukin, who went from senior engineer and was promoted to village engineer. So thank you, Scott, and congratulations.